The Galactic Concordance University sprawled across 3 orbital platforms above Kepler 44 to be a monument to interstellar cooperation. Corey had spent 2 years here, studying xenobiology alongside species from 47 different worlds. He kept his head down, his origins quiet, and his human physiology carefully masked beneath adaptive clothing that regulated his dangerous body temperature. Most students didn't know Earth had been reclassified as a Class 12 Death World, one of only 6 in known space. Lisa knew. She'd made it her business to know everything about the quiet human in her quantum mechanics seminar. As a Vexillian, her species had evolved on a garden world where the most dangerous predator was roughly equivalent to Earth's rabbits. Her crystalline skin refracted light in soft blues and greens, and her large eyes could perceive 17 color spectrums. She'd watched Corey for months, fascinated by the contradictions, his careful gentleness with equipment, the way he flinched at raised voices, how he ate alone in the observation deck where Earth hung in the distance like a blue marble of nightmare. The Krillian students didn't share her curiosity. They saw only opportunity. Krill was a heavy-gravity world, and its people had evolved accordingly: thick exoskeletons, hydraulic muscle systems, strength that made them natural enforcers and laborers across the galaxy. 3 of them cornered Corey in the biodome lab during the night cycle. When the artificial sun had dimmed to twilight, Lisa had been cataloging samples in the adjacent room when she heard the confrontation. Human, the largest Krillian, Vexver clicked through his translator. Your project on carbon-based we'll be adding our names to it. That's not how academic integrity works, Corey replied quietly. His voice was steady, but Lisa detected the slight tremor, not fear, she realized, but restraint. Your species joined the Concordance 50 cycles ago. Ours has been here for 3,000. We know how things work. Vexver's claw shot out, gripping Corey's shoulder. What happened next occurred in 2.3 seconds. Corey's hand moved, not the wild swing of an amateur, but with the precision of a species that had survived 5 mass extinctions and conquered their own world before reaching the stars. His palm strike caught Vexver's wrist joint at the exact angle to compromise the hydraulic system. The Krillian's grip released involuntarily, but Corey had already overcome. His other hand had moved to protect his head, a reflex from a world where everything was a threat. The defensive motion caught Vexver across the sensory cluster that passed for a face. The Krillian staggered backward, green blood seeping through a crack in his exoskeleton. The other 2 rushed forward. Corey's body responded with Earthborn efficiency-elevated adrenaline, time dilation, threat assessment occurring at the speed of evolution's cruelest lessons. He sidestepped, redirected, used their momentum against them. Within 5 seconds, all 3 Krillians were on the ground. Injured but alive. Corey stood there, breathing hard, his hands shaking, not from exertion, from horror at what he'd done. Lisa stepped into the doorway, her tablet still recording data. She'd captured everything. You need to come with me, she said quietly. Now the disciplinary hearing convened within hours. Station security had already reviewed the biodome footage. The Krillian ambassador demanded Corey's expulsion and criminal charges. His argument was simple: unprovoked violence against fellow students violated every concordance principle. Lisa stood before the tribunal of 5 species, her crystalline skin deliberately dimmed to show respect. She uploaded her research to the central display. I've spent 6 months studying human evolutionary biology, she began. Earth's atmospheric oxygen content is toxic to most species. It's literally burning their cells for energy. Earth's gravity is 2.3 times concordance standard. The planet has survived 5 mass extinctions, each killing over 70% of all life. Humans evolved alongside megafauna predators, parasites that hijack neurological systems, and weather patterns that can level cities in minutes. She pulled up comparative data. A human's grip strength of ridge human is sufficient to crush a Vexillian's primary respiratory organ. Their bone density evolved to survive falls that would shatter most species. Their cardiovascular system can operate in oxygen-deprived environments that would cause brain death in Krillians within 30 seconds. The Krillian ambassador shifted uncomfortably. What is your point? My point, Lisa continued, is that Corey showed extraordinary restraint. 3 Krillians with hydraulic strength enhancements attempted to extort him. Watch the footage again frame by frame. She displayed it in slow motion. Notice how each strike is precisely controlled. He disabled, didn't destroy. A human experiencing genuine fear response can generate enough force to break Krillian exoskeleton completely. He gave them injuries that will heal in weeks, when his biology is capable of lethal force. She turned to Corey, who sat with his head bowed. Humans don't just survive their world, they're shaped by it. Fight or flight response, threat assessment, tactical thinking, these aren't choices. They're evolutionary mandates from a planet that kills the unprepared. The tribunal deliberated for 7 minutes. The charges were dismissed. The Krillian students received academic sanctions for attempted coercion. Later, in the observation deck, Lisa found Corey staring at Earth. "Thank you," he said quietly. "I didn't do it for gratitude." She sat beside him, her crystalline form refracting the starlight. "I did it because everyone here needs to understand what Deathworlders really are. Not monsters. Not weaklings. Survivors." Corey was quiet for a long moment. "Sometimes I forget how much strength it takes to be gentle." Lisa looked at the blue world, below beautiful, terrible, alive. "Your planet taught you to survive anything," she said, "but you chose to learn kindness anyway. That's not weakness, Corey. That's the most human thing about you." In the darkness between stars, two students from impossibly different worlds sat together and understood.